Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today, we bring you a story that goes beyond fame, million-dollar contracts, and glamorous endorsements. A story about real feelings trapped in a world of appearances. Can Yaman, one of the most internationally known actors, recently admitted something that surprised everyone. My sponsors don't allow me to see Demet Özdemir. This simple phrase reveals much more than it says. Can and Demet, who enchanted viewers with their on-screen chemistry, shared a connection that, although never officially confirmed, was obvious to everyone. Many dreamed of seeing them together in real life as well. But behind the scenes things are different. Contracts control everything. Can's sponsors invest not just in his talent, but in a carefully managed image, free from emotional risks. Even a hug with Demet could reignite rumors, reopen past stories, or simply distract from the product they represent. And while nothing official exists between them, Demet is undeniably part of his story, not as a scandal, but as a cherished memory. Can doesn't want to relive the past, only to have the freedom to share a moment without judgment from cameras or legal clauses. What does he truly feel? It's not indifference, it's powerlessness. He insists he's a professional, but he's also human. And when emotions clash with contracts that dictate every move, conflict becomes inevitable. Demet has always shown respect. She's never pressured or demanded answers. She understands the world of unspoken rules, though it surely hurts to know that such a genuine bond is constrained by commercial interests. This isn't just a love story that never happened. It's the story of denied freedom. The freedom to greet, to share, to remember, without it being seen as a strategy. Can knows there are unspoken words, unrepeated hugs, unresolved emotions. The biggest paradox: the very audience that loved their story would be the first to cheer for a new picture of them together, even just as friends. But contracts and ad campaigns prevent it. He's not trying to rebel, but neither does he want to silence his feelings. That's why, even between the lines, he lets it be known. Because sometimes it's not about love, but respect for what was shared. And that too is denied to him now. My sponsors don't allow me to see her. A simple phrase filled with sorrow. Not for what was, but for what can no longer be. Tell us in the comments, do you think artists should have more freedom in their personal lives despite media pressure? Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell for more deep stories about the stars you love. Because behind the shine, there is humanity too. There's something about Demet Özdemir that causes division, fascination, and suspicion at the same time. Her talent and impact in Turkish television can't be denied. She has magnetic presence and stage strength that earned her a top spot among Turkish actresses. Yet recently, her name shows up more in gossip headlines, PR strategies, and forced links with other actors than for actual artistic achievements. The strange part? Every time Can Yaman is mentioned, her name resurfaces. Maybe because fans haven't moved on? Or maybe she herself allows or even encourages that nostalgia to stay relevant. Many of her public appearances, events, interviews revolve around past relationships or current rumors. Some claim she pays media sites to talk about her, manipulates stories to seem like a victim, and always seeks attention even through confusion. Exaggerations? Maybe. But when many people say it, one starts to wonder if there's some truth. Demet is smart, clearly. She knows how to move in a world where image is everything. But in her constant attempt to stay relevant, she seems to have sacrificed authenticity. Recycled images, alleged romances with Saatay, questionable awards, fake festivals. It all feels like strategy, not genuine career celebration. And that's sad because she doesn't need any of it. She has talent, charisma, loyal fans. But audiences aren't foolish. They notice contradictions. They feel manipulated. That's why more voices are asking for consistency, for depth, for real content. Because a solid career can't be built on smoke. Popularity can last for a while through rumors and flashy headlines, but eventually the audience demands truth and depth. Demet should focus on that. On delivering unforgettable performances, on choosing roles that speak for her, on proving that her worth as an artist goes far beyond who she's linked to. Because in the end, true respect isn't earned through magazine covers. It's earned through coherence. And if she reconnects with that sincere side that once captured so many hearts, maybe she can finally free herself from the image of constant strategy. Let's hope that day comes. Not for the fans, not for the media, but for herself. I admire her way of living love. Slow, calm, without explanations. She doesn't need to reveal everything to be real. Those who truly appreciate her don't ask for proof. Her calmness is enough. Her calmness is enough. In a world where everything is exposed, she chooses to protect her private life. And today that's courageous. Not everything real must be visible. Not everything seen is true. Her silence is her shield and her message. Yes, I sincerely wish she finds a deep and honest love, someone who supports her without dimming her light. But even if that person hasn't come yet, I know her soul is open, not to just anyone, but to someone who sees beyond her outer beauty. Because Demet Özdemir isn't easy to decipher. And that's exactly what makes her so special. But as we know, love doesn't live on beautiful feelings alone. It requires, as another person said, love, loyalty, fidelity, respect, and communication. And here I deeply admire Demet. Even in her most difficult moments, she has remained true to her values, loyal to herself, and respectful toward others. Sometimes I wonder if Demet, in her private moments, dreams like her fans do. If she imagines, as many hope, a life alongside Khan, away from the cameras where they can simply be themselves without needing to prove anything to anyone. As another touching comment said, "What must be will be. Time will tell." The strength of the heart and friendship knows no bounds, and I couldn't agree more. At this stage in her life, Demet doesn't need to prove her talent. She already has. Nor does she need to shout her love if it exists, because true love doesn't require display. What she needs, and what many of us wish for her, is to find that serene happiness, that daily complicity that only great loves offer. As one follower quoted Sultana Hürrem, "Loyalty is the most important thing, and I hope he doesn't forget it. But I also hope Demet always remembers it, stays true to her principles, and never allows outside noise to dim her inner light." In the end, the greatest victory is not having a perfect relationship in the public eye, but building a safe haven where one can be authentic, vulnerable, and truly happy. Demet has already come a long way, but I feel the best is yet to come. She has the maturity, emotional intelligence, and experience to choose wisely. And while we all closely follow every step she takes, her happiness depends solely on the intimate decisions she makes from her heart.